everyone, I'm Jared, here with the
Meytal.
online YouTube sensation, a star who's taken the world by storm, Meytal Cohen.
Hi.
And you're actually quite nervous for this thing. You
I don't know why. I get so nervous when it's live. I feel like I'm going to be terrible. People are going to ask me terrible questions. I'm not going to know what to say.
Okay, so for those of you here, we're giving away 3 of the new Maximum Meytal packages. You get the 5 DVDs, 5 CDs, and you get the full book. Okay, and I'll tell you exactly how to win that as we kind of go through the whole live stream. But basically, wanted to do this little launch party just to kind of celebrate your new training pack. Are you excited?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I never actually thought that this would ever happen.
Yeah.
So it's quite a, it's kind of like a milestone.
I think so.
In my career, definitely.
I think so. And so basically for the launch, Meytal has actually agreed to sign every single copy that goes, that we ship out. Just for the launch, which ends in a few days from now. I'm not exactly sure on the exact date. But yeah, so if you order during launch, you get that and you get 50% off. But I think people really want to see your signature. And so we've set up a 14 camera shoot. And we're gonna
That's a lot of pressure on one signature. And I signed so many yesterday. My hand is hurting, but I really make sure that each one is good.
She does. She's
so
like,
right now, it's like when everyone's looking at me, it's probably going to come out super ugly. But
Meytal, your hair is just tangling in your mic there, sorry.
sorry.
okay, there we go.
So anyways.
And for those of you who have something to ask Meytal, there's a comment section right below this video. I'm going to be moderating those comments, and just go ahead and feel free to ask her anything you want. She said she's willing to answer any questions, whatever they are, as we sign. And it's just going to be kind of a fun time to hang out and do a little chat while, you're going to be doing this work anyway. So why don't we turn the cameras on and film it, right?
It's true. Yeah, you could make it more interesting. Because I was doing this for hours yesterday, and no one was there to make me.
Well, I was there.
But you were quite boring, and you weren't talking. He was on his computer, and
hey, it was fantasy football days. So. Okay, this is a good question from Mao, M-A-O, Meytal. He or she says, I remember you saying you started later, not at age 3 like so many. What age did you start?
I started at 18. It was.
And you're 22 now? So.
I'm 30. They know this. Yeah, I started at 18. I was really into metal at the time, and I always loved drumming. I loved drums. I remembered as a kid, I would crank up the volume every time there was a drum solo or anything with the rhythm. Yeah. I even I asked my mom to get me drums when I was really young, but she said no. And she put me in a tap dancing class, and I really liked it.
Tap is great.
Yeah, it's really similar.
So that's why you have such good foot technique.
See? It was all, this is the plan.
Cool.
But yeah, my mom didn't like it. She didn't think that it was a good idea. Most people, it's so rare to find parents that actually support kids drumming in the house, because of course when you start out you're going to be terrible, and they're going to be there enduring the terrible sound of you learning how to drum. So it was definitely kind of just I'm going to do my own thing. I don't care what you're going to say, and I'm glad that I did. Yeah. So if no one encourages you to pick it up and do it, if you don't have a supportive family in that regard, no one in my family is a musician, so it was kind of just I had to do it myself. This is kind of why I wanted to do this, so you could be encouraged to do it, even if no one in your immediate surrounding thinks that it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think you should.
And this pack, the way we kind of, when we were kind of going through what we wanted to teach, there's so many different things you could go through, right? And so it wasn't a matter of jamming as much content in as possible. It was a matter of making sure the content was progressive and step by step. So anyone who wanted to play the drums or wanted to try it out, they're not confused over like, okay, you're teaching me this and now like this other random technique that I'm not going to need right away. And so it's very methodical, and like you go through the lessons one after the other. And as long as you finish the lessons and practice, it should be good.
Yeah.
Right?
Practice. I think a lot of times people, I've been there. Like it takes you time to actually realize that unless you practice, you're not going to get good. Like I felt, I got this book, I got this DVD, I'm making the commitment, but I'm not getting as good as I would like to be. And it really comes down to how many hours are you practicing? It's not really enough to just have and own these instructional DVDs and books. They do help. Taking lessons and all these things help, but you actually have to do it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a process.
Like it's just like, I've heard it compared to building a house before. Like this is kind of the blueprint of how to build a house, but now you actually have to do the work to build a house. Just getting the blueprint doesn't make the house appear randomly. So this is a good question from Nicholas Aguilera. Which was the first song?
Like Christina Aguilera?
It's spelled like...
Are they relatives?
Tell me if you're a relative of Christina. Would you play drums for Christina Aguilera?
Would I?
Yeah, because you don't ever cover any Christina
Yeah,
Aguilera.
it's not really my style. So I can't imagine they would ask me to play, but if they did, I would probably say yes. Yeah, because she's good. It's just not really my style.
So now that you said that, she's never going to ask you.
Exactly. So there we go.
Okay, so back to the question. When you started to feel the love for... What was the first song you played when you started to, feel the love for playing drums?
The first song that I attempted to play was Home by Seven Dust. And it was ridiculous that I thought that I could play it. I didn't even own a double bass at the time. It's like, how is he doing that? It's literally impossible. But yeah, that was the first one that I actually tried. The first one that I actually was able to was Judith by Perfect Circle, which was many years after I've already started. Actually, that's not true. I had a private teacher in Israel, and he made me get this book that came with play-alongs from Billy Joel. And I remember hating the song. I played with brushes, and I was like, this is not the type of music that I would play. But I played it. That was the first song that I played.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't remember which one, but it was definitely Billy Joel.
Yeah. Okay, one more question, and then we're going to kind of quickly go through some of the stuff that's included in these lessons. So this one's from Bjorn van Beekum. I hope I said that right. I'm just a Canadian with a horrible Canadian accent, and I won't go further. Who's your favorite drummer besides Mike Portnoy?
I really love, everyone knows I love Danny Carey.
Yeah.
Really. I think he's something special. Like there's not a lot of drummers that can come up with, and it's funny because I don't think that technically he's like the fastest or most amazing drummer. Like there's so many, people that play death metal or things that are super fast, and he's not that type of drummer. But he really adds to the song in a way that not a lot of drummers do, I feel like, and it kind of is very interesting. After that, like besides Danny Carey, I really love Abe Cunningham from the Deftones. In a simple way, not the same kind of...
Is that Abe Cunningham or Abe?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good.
Not Laboreal.
Yeah, I get
he's good too.
Yeah.
But I really love his style. I always thought that it was, in a simple way, very interesting and creative, but not in a very different way than Danny Carey, but still.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, what we're going to do here, I'm going to tell you how we're actually just going to give away one of these packages, because why not? Okay?
Yeah.
This one's been opened.
By me?
Yes, I was opening it, but we're going to give you a sealed one. They come sealed in blood.
I'm sure no one would mind getting...
An opened one? Maybe you can sign this one.
Yeah.
On the box as well. We'll ship this one. That's good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. we're going to show you the trailer, the kind of the product overview, whatever you want to call it. And you guys can basically, as you're watching it or whatever, just post a comment below and say, based on what you're seeing in the trailer of the Maximum Meytal lessons, what part of the package do you like the best? And, give us like 1 or 2 sentences. Please don't write too much. And then I'll basically read a bunch of them to Meytal, and then she has to choose, which she's going to dread.
Yeah, I'm dreading this because I don't want to choose just a few of you. If I could, obviously I would.
You'd give everyone a package.
Exactly.
Okay, but that's obviously not possible because these cost a lot of money to produce. So. Yeah, so we're basically going to throw the trailer, and then we're going to come back, and I'll start reading some of the comments that you all are leaving, and and then we'll give one away right then. Okay, so here is the trailer.
Hey, my name is Meytal Cohen. If you don't know me, I'm originally from Israel. I started playing drums when I was 18. When I was 21, I moved to LA to pursue a drumming career, and about 4 years ago, I started uploading drum covers of my favorite songs. About 100 drum covers later, I now have close to 500,000 people following my videos. I'm most likely here talking to you because of those amazing people. Ever since I started uploading drum covers, I've been getting comments and emails from people asking me about my technique. I even tried at some point uploading drum lessons to YouTube, but it was just too scattered. So I've decided to team up with Drumeo and create this instructional package called Maximum Meytal. It basically includes everything that helped me grow as a drummer, from the very basics to advanced drumming. When I started playing drums, a lot of people were telling me that unless you're like 11 years old when you start, there's no point in actually picking up an instrument, that it's too late, that it's a waste of money. But if I listened to those people, I wouldn't be doing what I love today. So I want to tell you that it's not too late in case you feel that way, and hopefully encourage you and make it easy and fun to try it out. The lessons are a collection of everything that I've learned over the years. They cover things like basic theory, how to develop speed, how to use ghost notes, which is like my favorite thing to do. And I also break down for you all of my favorite beginner, intermediate, and advanced beats and fills. The Maximum Meytal pack also includes 5 original play-along songs, so you can apply everything that you learn along to real music right from the start. When you order the Maximum Meytal pack, you get the 5 DVDs, 5 CDs, and the workbook shipped to you. And you also get access to everything in the online members area, so you can actually go and watch it right now. If you're like me, you probably don't like spending money on things that you don't know for sure you're gonna like if you're gonna use them. So the lessons come with a 90-day money-back guarantee, so you can actually try it out for 3 full months and see if you like it. That's it. Thank you for watching. You can check out this website for more information, and I'll see you on your first lesson. Bye.
Awesome, so that's everything. Oh, that's everything.
And now you're gonna watch it again.
And tons of comments. I was just telling Meytal, we do live streams a lot, and this is like the busiest one we've ever had. I can't hardly keep up with all the comments, so people like you. A lot.
I like the people.
Okay, I'm gonna read, I'm just gonna give her a few, and then you can choose. And like she said, this is obviously very hard for her, so it's not about which one is better, they're all good. There's one there. Okay, here's one. This is from Brandon Lowe. What I like the best about this tutorial is how amazing Meytal is at teaching. She makes it very easy to learn, and this is coming from someone that hasn't been able to learn for years. I've only watched a few of the free videos she's put out and already helped a ton.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one. I know you just really want to give him one. Give the guy. Okay. This is a good one. Oh, and I'm sorry, but I'm not going to get your name right. It's Saragon Odasi. My favorite part of the trailer was the mention of the lessons you uploaded. There are only a few, but they really helped me. And I also enjoyed the part where you say to don't listen to anyone when they say it's not too late, as a female drummer who only picked up the drumsticks 3.5 years ago. So thank you very much.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This is from Jason Dorville. He says, I love how you can go play along to the play along track so you can try out the things we learned from you to see how it works to practice with music. So those are the 3. And we're going to be giving away 2 more packages as well, so keep the comments and stuff coming in because you still have a chance.
So I have to pick just one?
Yeah.
I will go with the first person.
Okay.
Although I don't. Can I flip a coin? I flip a coin for everything, really. I'm so bad at making decisions. Like, I could pick shampoo at Target and I would, like, sit there and
You would
just,
actually
like,
flip a
yeah,
coin.
I'm like the worst. Really.
I think we'll go with
With the first,
The
because
first
I already
one.
said it. So.
Okay. I will find out where that is because there's like almost another 100 comments came in while I was doing that. And so, dang it. I forget the user. I forget the
You're
name.
not going to know who he is
Okay,
now.
but email me, jared@drumeo.com.
Now everyone is going to email you.
No. I can check. I can always check it against this thing that came in. And I'll be able to find your comment. So, Victor, this is not the room. Do you remember who that was?
No.
Okay. Thanks for your help, bro. We'll find you, man. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's one. We're going to give away 2 more. We're actually going to give away one after the stream is over. Because there's some people that can't make it to the live event, and we still want to give them a chance to win it.
Yeah.
So that's when you can read all of them and choose like.
I will read all of them.
Yeah. Good luck. I'll see you in the next live. There's tons of comments. So, yeah. So, tell us about recording this. I know it was something new for you. You're used to doing covers, and so as far as the workflow, the lessons, putting together lessons, how did you find it? Was it easy? Was it hard?
It wasn't so easy, and I feel like it took obviously a few days to shoot this entire product, but I feel like the first day I was so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of almost look like a robot. I look nervous, I think, but it was really important to me that you have all the right information and kind of like that I don't forget anything or say anything wrong. So
Yeah.
Overall, I really think that this is an amazing product, and I've seen so many, and I feel like we were able to incorporate a lot of the things that helped me. So I'm really proud of this.
Yeah.
Shooting wasn't easy, definitely wasn't easy, especially playing things at very slow tempo. You would be surprised how hard it is.
Yeah, we have this thing we call it internally smart beat technology. So we play things really slow and there's like a bouncy ball that goes on the sheet music, which is great for learning because it almost like, we always say it reads the sheet music for you. But from a teacher's point of view, you have to be able to really play it slow and fast, and it's not always at the most musical speed,
Yeah.
right? And so that's some of the challenges that you face when filming. But
it was a really good exercise for me, even like especially when it comes to my because there's a section where I break down all my favorite beats and fills from beginner to advanced, and the advanced ones, I obviously only played them at really fast speed because I don't know, they come naturally to me and they're advanced. They're not really something that happened when I was thinking I'm gonna make this thing up and I'm gonna do it really slow and figure it out. So now breaking it down at 60 BPM was like, oh my God, I have no idea what this is.
Yeah.
So I think, it was a learning experience for me, and hopefully you get to.
Yeah. Comes out, I think it came out really, really well. Here's a good question. He says, from Mario. And I am looking at the questions farther down. Some of you are saying, hey, he's only taking the questions from the top. They're just like a mob, just
Just repost them.
No, don't repost them. Because, this is from Mario, and he posted this a while ago. He said, my son is 9 and started the drums. He's very rhythmic and has a great sense of time. He has an old soul with the music he listens to. What do you recommend as far as pushing? Do I have him listen to everyone to get an overall appreciation of all styles?
Listen to what?
All styles? Or do I have him focus on one and expand from there? He says he's a rocker by far. I don't know if listening to just rock is right.
I feel that you should let him listen to a bunch of styles and your favorite things, obviously. Like I always said that when I have kids, I always, like my sister, they all have kids, and they let them listen to the stupidest CDs in the car, like kids songs,
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen with me. They're going to listen to music that I like from the very beginning. I swear, there is no way I'm getting those baby songs, things. They're dumbed down, and they're like...
But it's because of...
No, that's not going to happen. So,
the Slayer from the start.
So I really think that obviously you should let him listen to the things that you like. But I actually think that it would be smart to let him try out things maybe that you don't like too and see how he reacts to it. And then definitely don't force him to listen to things that he doesn't like just because it will advance him musically, because I don't think that it would. It would actually make him probably dislike music if he has to listen to things that he doesn't like.
Anything on him that kids tend to not like.
So if he just wants to listen to one thing, I would let him do that. Also, if he wants to listen to the same song over and over again, I would let him do that, because I do that. I could obsess about one song forever. And that's actually why I was able to cover songs well, or I think so, because I'm able to listen to it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So I actually think that's a good thing.
Cool.
Did I answer the question?
Yeah. No, I think you did.
I got lost there. I don't know.
For sure. This one's from Mike Gufford, who says, hi, Meytal. The comment that most resonated with me was when you said it is not too late to develop as a drummer, or that you do not have to start as a kid. I've been with Drumeo for about a year now, and I can see the progress I'm making. Seeing you, Jared, and all the other talented drummers can be a little intimidating for a guy who has not played long, and he'll be 50 next month. So your encouragement was great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good job.
That's good.
You're like, where's the question?
So when did he start? Just a year ago?
Yeah, so I guess 48 and a half.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That people just pick it up at such a, well, it's not a late age, but not a lot of people try new things at that age, I feel like.
And people, when it comes to drums, they naturally think it's like you have to be young to start. I think that's a very common misconception.
Yeah.
That's being busted like crazy, because you see all these, relatively late starters.
And I feel like it makes more, I don't know, but it probably is easier to start at that age, because you've kind of like established yourself, and you can, you have the money to buy the gear that you like and all the things that you can't do when you're younger. So
cool. You have to keep signing there. You have a lot to say. And the comment was made by Brandon Lowe. That's the winner, I believe. I have to check that, but.
Good. You found it.
Mark Purcell says you can't beat her talent and personality. Awesome thing to make this instructional videos. This is a great thing to help drummers to learn and expand into their love, and maybe one day their dreams will come true. Another comment? One person, Alex Ferguson, says, hi, Meytal, will the distribution of the DVD be in Europe? And just so you guys know that if you want to purchase, there's a link right below the video player, and it ships all over the world, and the DVDs are region 0, which means they play in any DVD player, okay? And I'll just open this up to show you. that's the box. This is like, I always call this a drum that comes along with the package. Do you want to play a solo on this?
No, I don't. Actually, yeah. I don't even like to solo on a set. Definitely not a box.
Hey, but you have to make sure you can make anything sound good, right?
This actually has a pretty cool sound.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, you could edit to a drum set.
Oh, that's your technique? Okay, so this is like the first disc. It's the foundation. And in there's a DVD and a CD. I'm like the if this was an infomercial, there's one person there that's kind of like
bad guy.
bad cop.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but this the way it's all done is there's the DVD and the CD that goes with it, and so she plays exercises in the package, and so you'll be able to actually put the CD in. Or rip the CD to your MP3 player and then like play along with the beat she's playing. And they're all 2-minute loops.
And you kind of have the number of the track right next to the exercise.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So it's cool. I think it's very easy to use and well thought out. You did a good job, Meytal.
You did also.
So everyone comes with that. There's techniques. And this one, you do a really cool double bass workout.
Yeah,
That was very hard to do. I remember when you told me that you wanted to do that, and it's like very challenging.
Yeah.
I've never ever done that.
It made me. Yeah, I kind of just thought it for this product because I never. A lot of times. A lot of times people ask me. Yeah. What is my bass drum technique for double bass? And I don't really, I didn't have one that I practiced all the time, but there's things that I do.
Yeah.
And I kind of just brought them into this book, and I thought that, it's a really cool exercise.
Yeah. And so this has all a bunch of techniques she uses. This is a beat library. And the beginner beats are obviously for those first starting out and everything, but then you get into the intermediate and advanced stuff. And some of your intermediate beats are maybe a little bit more advanced.
It's possible. Yeah. Because when I started out, I always wanted to start out from the hard things.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like when I first started shooting covers, I picked songs that were harder because they interest me more. So, yeah.
That's good. It's nothing wrong with the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then we have the fill library. Again, very challenging. Some of the fills. And some of them require a double bass, but you can also do it on a single pedal as well if you're feeling good. And then the play-alongs, which is, I think, everyone's
the
favorite.
play-alongs are...
Yeah.
They were...
All original songs that you actually wrote the drum parts for in the studio.
Yeah. And they're all notated in this book, so... good luck reading that. This is something that was new for me. I don't usually notate when I take out a song or cover a song. I don't write it down. That's so hard. But if you're able to read it, then you're gonna be amazing because
and it gives them the form too, so they can look at it and see where things repeat.
And
So it's good for that. I don't read charts like that either. I more just listen and then play along with it. But okay, let's take another question. Pai Dong says, real quick, did you say she's going to sign the orders from today? She signed a bunch yesterday, and then you're going to sign a bunch for today.
Yeah, I'm going back tomorrow. So
yes, yeah. So you're signing a bunch, and then
exactly.
Yeah. Sam Oyo says, do you like Motley Crue, especially the way that Tommy Lee plays drums?
Never got into it, It's funny. There's a lot of bands that are really legendary that I didn't really get into. I'm really a 90s kid. I got into metal through new metal, and it kind of I got into a few older bands like Led Zeppelin or Pantera, which is not really old, but older than what I was listening to. And that band wasn't one of them. A lot of the covers that I've done of older bands like Rush, I did it because you guys asked for it, it's awesome because you would recommend the song and I would go check it out, and it kind of like opened me up to a new style. Not so much style, but just new bands that I haven't been into, and I think that's pretty cool. So you can definitely tell me what you would like to see, and I'll go check it out from that band. Yeah.
And they can just obviously go to your Facebook page, which you almost have 500,000 people on now.
I know, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, there's a lot of similar questions coming in about recording covers and stuff, so I think I'm just going to summarize it. And
this doesn't work anymore.
Well, throw it at the camera. See if you can hit the camera.
I can hit the camera. I don't
Try
want
it.
to
Everyone
hit the
wants to see you throw a pen right now.
No. I'm gonna break your...
You think you can hit the camera lens?
Don't you think I can hit it?
No.
Well, now, which one? There's two cameras.
Oh, you were close.
I told you.
Okay, so first off, when you record covers, you play to the original track or a drumless track?
To the original track.
Okay.
I always feel like it's not right about taking out the drums or changing it. It's very much a part of the reason why I love the song.
Yeah.
So I kind of just mix it. I layer it, and I put my drums louder. I play it exactly the same. So sometimes a lot of people would think that it would be a drumless track, but no, the drums are there.
Cool. Yeah. And tell us quickly your process of learning the song. Like, how do you actually? Because some of the stuff you learn is really complex. You know, the Tool song, the Slipknot song that we did for right before the Maximum Meytal launch. So how do you learn all that?
I use Logic Pro. I put the song in. There's a lot of apps. I wanted to make an app like that actually that loops a certain section of the song so you can repeat it in time. Like I would loop the verse going in time so you can just play it till you get it. It used to be harder for me, obviously. When I first started, I would take smaller sections, like the tiniest section that you can imagine. Mm-hmm. And today, I really get it much quicker, so I can loop larger sections, and then I loop it. And when you do it more, you realize that most of the songs have a similar song structure. Like there is a verse and a chorus, and it repeats itself, and then if you learn that, you really just need to learn the bridge, and you're basically done with the song. They most of the times they will repeat, so that's something to keep in mind. Mm-hmm. In the beginning, it seemed like, oh my God, I've learned this much, and I would look at the wave, and I would think, oh my God, but now I know that it's really like this much of learning, and it kind of repeats itself.
Yeah.
What was the question?
That was like how you learn the song. Yes. So you just repeat certain sections?
So I repeat it, and then I go to the beginning, and I play it till I don't remember it, or I don't... Because I would have to learn section by section till I know the entire song. But if it's a long song, or even if it's not a long song, but I don't really know the song well, I wouldn't necessarily remember everything. So the second time around, I would play it, I would know it, but then it's more about remembering the parts. Mm-hmm. So I would play it from the beginning till the part where I didn't remember that what I just learned was right here. So I would go back to the beginning and do it again and again and again till I have the whole song down.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Cool. This is from Josh Anderson. My question is, I've seen you cover one Godsmack song, which was I Stand Alone. And what is your take on how Shannon Larkin plays? I know from documentaries I've seen that he tried to model his Wilder style after Animal from the Muppets.
I think he's awesome. I saw this drum solo battle between him and the singer. Yeah. And that was pretty cool, but I never was like a huge fan of Godsmack. I listened to them back in the day, just a few of their hits. I don't think I ever had like an album or anything. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah.
Cool.
That's pretty much it.
This is from Rick. He says, "Welcome to America, Meytal."
Thank you.
But you're in Canada now.
Yeah, it's true. I'm in Canada.
And what is the first thing you look for in a drum set if you're on a budget? And what's your favorite kit?
Well, the first kit that I ever had was like I didn't look for anything. I just looked for a drum set.
Yeah.
I didn't even have cymbals. I just had a hi-hat, a snare, and that's about it.
Yeah.
A bass drum and like 2 toms. And that's really all you need to start out. When I got a little more advanced, I like when the set is low, and I love deeper sounding drums. So that's what I look for in a drum set. I don't like the high pitch. Like some sets, they just have a thicker wood and they sound very high pitched. Like I think Sonar sets, they're kind of higher, or a Gretsch.
Yeah.
I love DW. I always my first really good set was a DW, actually a Pacific, a PDP, which is like a cheaper version of DW. I think they're really affordable and they're pretty good.
Yeah, you can get
They're
like
very
a set with 5 toms, a bass drum, and a snare, and it's like in between 700 to 1,000 just for the drums.
That's pretty good.
It is great. This is from Jeff Brown. He says, how long would you expect it to take someone with some experience playing drums to work through the materials in the package?
Some experience, what does that mean?
Yeah,
and what kind of experience? And, you know, what can you, I don't know. Like, I really have to see how good you are. But to go through it in what way? Do you want to play it at the faster speed, which I would think that's what it means. Going through it would be like playing it slow, playing it fast. That would, did he say that he was experienced? Or?
No, he said with some experience.
It would probably take a little while.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know.
If you practice, it's hard.
It really depends on how much time you're going to spend.
If you practice like an hour a day and you were an average learner, you had some experience, I would say it's going to take almost a year to go through everything. Maybe longer, especially if you try and hit those higher tempos. Because some of the stuff, especially in the fills and the beats, is really, really challenging. And there's so much muscle development that has to come into play as well. With the double bass stuff that
you're doing. It's true, yeah. It's kind of, it takes time.
You need water? Maybe we should get her some water. Bring in the EMTs. Daniel J. Jones is a comment, says, I've been asking Drumeo in the community forums for years when they're going to get a great female instructor, so I'm finally happy they got someone as great as Meytal.
Thank you.
And Daniel's a good drummer from Australia. So, okay, why don't we give away another package? Yeah. Okay. And by the way, Brandon said he's happy with this open one.
Yeah.
So maybe if you don't mind signing this.
Sure.
Where do you want to sign it?
This is good, right?
Yeah. Wherever you want.
To David?
To Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah. So basically, all you need to do in order to possibly win a Maximum Meytal package is to post a comment right below this video and tell us, what you love most about the package based on, the information available to you on the website. Now, obviously, not all of you have the Maximum Meytal DVDs, but just go ahead and by reading the website, tell us what your favorite part of it is. If you've already purchased it, go ahead and you can still win it. I'll just refund your money, so it's no problem. We're good like that, right? And so just go ahead and post below. I know there's a small stream delay. And then I'm just going to read a few of them out there, and we'll be good. Hey, why don't we, yeah?
What if we give one to the girl that from before?
People are just like, they're already, they're ready to go here. I would say if you would like to post again, I maybe will catch your comment. So.
Okay.
But please don't spam. There's one guy in there spamming. I'm just like, stop spamming. Why would you do that?
What is he spamming? He just wants a package, or
he just wants
to
us to take the questions. Like, sorry, there's right now there's 600 comments, so it's impossible to answer.
It's too quicker.
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to keep that one. We're just waiting for question because there's a small stream delay. So now this is like dead air.
Really?
So, how are you feeling? How's the hand is good?
Yeah, it's
Yeah?
pretty good. How many more should we run?
Just keep going. Okay. I'll start reading a few. Keith Galliano says, I like that we get to learn her style and as to how easy she makes things look, when in fact they are not easy. That's technique, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I know for me, like sometimes people, they think that I look bored or something like that, but it was always kind of like, I don't know if, yeah, it's just kind of my style.
Yeah. This one from Aaron Carroll. He says, I love the fact that it has multiple forms of media, so book, CDs, DVDs, and you also get online access. And so just that's one thing I wanted to quickly mention too. When you buy it, you get to, like she said in the trailer, you get to watch it right away because all the videos are actually in the online members area, but then you also get the DVDs shipped to you.
Yeah, I saw some comments from people that are just waiting to actually get it. They don't want to go to the online.
And that's fine. You don't have to go in there at all if you don't want.
I would probably go. I don't have any patience.
Yeah.
Be like, let me see it.
Yeah. Keith Pelletier says, I love the on-screen display. Super helpful. So I guess talking about the Smart Beat stuff. Jessica Schnell Bradley says, I love the fact that you guarantee your lessons with a money-back guarantee. That really proves that you stand behind your product. I love Meytal and would love to win a free pack. It's a very nice comment, Jessica. I'm screenshotting all of them now.
So,
Vince Jenna says, my favorite part is being able to see all the angles. Being someone that learns by watching, it helps me to see the action more than to have someone explain it to me. And he also asked how many cameras we used, which I think there was 8. So, okay, now you have to choose one because I'm giving you too many options.
I'll choose the girl.
Okay, Jessica Schnell Bradley. Congrats.
Yay!
I'm
More
just gonna
girl
pull.
drummers.
Hey, why isn't there more girl drummers? There's tons of girl piano players, girl guitar players. Why? You're probably the expert.
I feel that it's just kind of people think that it's manly.
Why?
I don't know, because they think that you need to be strong, maybe, because it's like very physical.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's true.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to have good technique.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like you have to carry a 400-pound.
Yeah.
Or like even then.
Yeah, but it's funny because there's not a lot of girl musicians like you said, maybe classical instruments, but not bass guitar like the.
Well, guitar, I know a lot of girls play acoustic guitar and piano. Yeah, I don't know.
It's interesting. I wonder.
We need to get more.
Yeah, we definitely need to get more. And I feel that a lot more are getting into it now.
Yeah.
I get a lot of emails and comments from girls that are getting into it, or parents that encourage their daughters, dads that encourage their daughter
Yeah.
from a very young age. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Cool. This comment is from Sean Singleton. He says, I like that it looks like you're really delving into the details with the package. He's seen so many instructional videos out there that just rush through and don't consider how difficult it is initially for beginners. So he can't wait to try it out when he saves up enough money for it.
Yeah, I think that's actually true. Like a lot of things are not talked about because they think, you know how to set up your drums. But when I was looking at the set or even the whole beginning of me playing, I had no idea how the hi-hat operates.
Yeah.
I didn't know how that works.
Like how the clutch?
Yeah. One time it got, it screwed out, and I was like, this is it. It's broken. I had no idea.
Call the hi-hat repairman. Bob comes in his hi-hat repair suit. James West says, is cooking with Meytal included in the set? Love when you smile in the videos. It makes your playing look so easy.
Cooking with Meytal ended after the second video that I shot because I don't know how to cook. I have only 2 things that I know how to make, not including eggs. I could make an omelet. So that's probably why you're not getting more of these. I don't know how to cook very well.
Yeah.
I have to admit.
Okay, let's take some more questions here. What kind of questions do you like the best? There's so many. What is... Oh, I won't say that.
I hate when my signature is like it turned out ugly.
This
There's no way to
is
fix
unique
it.
now.
There's no way to fix
There's
it.
only
I
one
need
of
like
those, though.
there's this, the thing that you take nail.
Whiteout?
Yeah, no. How do you call that thing that takes out nail polish?
Nail polish remover?
Yeah.
Right.
I think that works on these.
I don't know if what would it do to actual book cover.
Really?
No.
Well.
This is from George Perez. How do you feel about electric kits? And I guess I'll also add something to that. Do you feel that this package, the lessons, will work with electric or acoustic?
Well, I used to think that electronic sets are really bad to learn it on, but I like the new ones that are coming out and the more advanced ones. I would love to have one in my apartment and not have to drive to my studio 30 minutes. So it's definitely a good thing to consider if you are in an apartment and you can't really drum in your place. They're good. It's definitely different. I don't feel the technique is similar. It's easier to play on these things. I always feel like a superhero when I play on them. I can, everything is low and comfortable and it bounces and I don't know. It's not the same, but it's definitely a good thing to have.
Yeah.
I think.
This one's from Lautaro Dorento. Hey, Meytal, I am from Chile, and my question is, do you think sometime you'll play in a super band like Metallica or Iron Maiden? Or would you want to play in like one of those bands that you've covered?
Of course.
Of all the bands you've covered, which one would you be most excited to play with? Tool?
I can't even. I would die on stage or something. And I'm probably way too small to play Danny Carey's set.
He's like 6'6".
He's huge. I met him in real life. He was like looking at me like I'm a midget.
Right.
He's huge. But yeah, that would be amazing if that ever happens.
Yeah. I don't know, this question is a little bit creepy. It's from Alex Ferguson. Meytal, what are your favorite flowers?
Tulips. Orange tulips.
Okay.
I really love those.
Watch, you're going to go home. Okay, continuing on. Okay, so just so you guys know what we're going to do, because I know a lot of you are going to be still showing up a little bit late from the autograph session. And so tomorrow we'll be announcing another winner of the Maximum Meytal DVD package. And so continue leaving your comments on this page. You're going to get to read them all. There's literally like 700, and you can see it going up.
Yeah, but that's good. Everyone has a chance to get a package still.
Yeah, and I'm saying one, but maybe if there's enough of you, we might do two, possibly. But don't let that stop you from ordering, because, like I said, if she chooses your comment or anything like that, we'll just refund your money. And if you do order, you're going to get the awesome lessons, and you're absolutely going to love them. And so, I'm such a salesman, hey? We don't need to get into that. This one's a good question. What's your cymbal setup now? This is from Keith Galliano.
It's pretty much what you see in my latest video. It's 3, I think I have 2 bisons. All my crashes are 14.
17.
14?
No.
Oh, 17. It's true.
16 or 17?
No, it's 17.
Okay, yeah.
I find that Meytal has like the most. They don't break, and I love the sound.
Yeah.
I actually just changed my ride, but I don't think it's in my latest video. Yeah, I think the latest video.
You got a new ride at home?
Uh-huh.
What is it? Is it bigger or smaller?
It's, I think, the same size, but it's brighter. It's a lot more, like a lot less dry.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah.
Jim Adams says, will you ever post covers of Iron Maiden or Rush? But I think you did that, didn't you?
Yes, I have a Tom Sawyer and the YYZ.
Yeah. Cool.
And I just smudged this whole thing. I hate when I do that.
Okay. So what is about this one from Matej Kolpo Bartos? He played drums for 6 years and he has a little problem practicing because he's so lazy. Do you have the same problems at the beginning of your playing drums? And what do you do to like motivate yourself?
What do you do? For me, it really helped having a teacher that would not let it go.
Yeah.
Like if I came and I couldn't play an exercise like really, really good, I would literally sit there for the entire lesson playing the same exercise.
With the teacher there?
Yeah, he would just sit there. He'd be like, well, you should have practiced, you know? And I realized how unpleasant it is to practice when someone is like looking over your shoulder.
Right.
And it's not your set and everything is much harder. So it kind of made me practice. Other than that, I would say pick a song that you like and that will motivate you. Like it does it for me. You know, when I would pick a song that it's really out of my league, and then I would build my way. I would be like, I really want to be able to play this.
Yeah.
So I'd practice the little things that help me be able to play that. And
Cool.
I think that's a good way.
Cool. Okay, so we have pretty much run out of time because I want to show everyone the trailer again for the package, and then you guys can go ahead and continue leaving your comments below, and you need to start reading and sign it. You can do both now.
How can I do both?
You just have to do both.
Well, I'll read it later. I'm going to do this for a little while,
Yeah.
but then I'll go over and maybe I'll reply right there.
Yeah. And do you have any final words?
Yeah. Thank you for everything. Really, it really is thanks to you that follow me and support what I do, that people believe in me and want to work with me. And I've never actually thought that this would be possible. So I really want to thank you. That's really the only thing that I can add.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing this, and thank you for working with us and putting this out. I know I love it because it's going to help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so thank you all so much for coming out. I've never been so busy during a live stream, and if I was buried in my computer, I'm sorry. But people aren't here to see me; they're here to see you, so that's good. And
yeah, and this is a big deal, and I hope that you're going to get one. And if you get it soon, maybe you'll get a signed.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so here's the trailer, and we'll see you all again very soon.
Thank you. Hey, my name is Meytal Cohen. If you don't know me, I'm originally from Israel. I started playing drums when I was 18. When I was 21, I moved to LA to pursue a drumming career, and about 4 years ago, I started uploading drum covers of my favorite songs. About 100 drum covers later, I now have close to 500,000 people following my videos. I'm most likely here talking to you because of those amazing people. Ever since I started uploading drum covers, I've been getting comments and emails from people asking me about my technique. I even tried at some point uploading drum lessons to YouTube, but it was just too scattered. So I've decided to team up with Drumeo and create this instructional package called Maximum Meytal. It basically includes everything that helped me grow as a drummer, from the very basics to advanced drumming. When I started playing drums, a lot of people were telling me that unless you're like 11 years old when you start, there's no point in actually picking up an instrument, that it's too late, that it's a waste of money. But if I listened to those people, I wouldn't be doing what I love today. So I wanted to tell you that it's not too late in case you feel that way. and hopefully encourage you and make it easy and fun to try it out. The lessons are a collection of everything that I've learned over the years. They cover things like basic theory, how to develop speed, how to use ghost notes, which is like my favorite thing to do. And I also break down for you all of my favorite beginner, intermediate, and advanced beats and fills. The Maximum Meytal pack also includes 5 original play-along songs, so you can apply everything that you learn along to real music right from the start. When you order the Maximum Meytal pack, you get the 5 DVDs, 5 CDs, and the workbook shipped to you. And you also get access to everything in the online members area, so you can actually go and watch it right now. If you're like me, you probably don't like spending money on things that you don't know for sure you're gonna like if you're gonna use them. So the lessons come with a 90-day money-back guarantee, so you can actually try it out for 3 full months and see if you like it. That's it. Thank you for watching. You can check out this website for more information, and I'll see you on your first lesson. Bye.